Hey guys, it's your boy Nas. Today I'm actually gonna show you how to take care of your hatchlings, or if you got a leopard gecko from a Petco or Petland. Um, so before I even show you my hatchlings, I was so interested in making tangerines and hypo-tangerines. At first, I had a trimper albino. Then I bought a high yellow female as well. Okay, so then I didn't think about breeding as much because I wasn't very interested in breeding until a year later, after my females are all grown. Female leopard geckos are all grown up and everything, and I decided to buy myself a tangerine. And this tangerine looks so unique, so bright to me, so I was so interested in getting that tangerine male. Okay, so 2018, I decided, you know what, I'm actually gonna breed. I'm actually gonna have hatchlings that are tangerines and stuff, but I do not have a female tangerine. And at first I'm thinking, wait, I'm probably gonna get only normals, maybe some normals that might look like a possible tangerines, like a visual of little tangerines. And so I breeded my hyper tangerine with my high yellow and with my trimper albino. But now, you know how people tell you not to breed petalend geckos? Now I know why. Because from my trimper albino and my hypotangerine babies, I actually got two max snows. Yeah, two max snows. So I think my trimper has had 100% head for max snow, which because my trimper is a recessive and my hypotangerine is a polygenetic. I think that's how you say it. So that's also somewhere in recessive genes because you keep on breeding them until you get the color you want of tangerines. But that's not a dominant gene, or it's not an incomplete dominant genes. I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So instead of me explaining all this, let me show you how I take care of my leopard gecko babies. So I keep one pair of hatchlings in a sterilite box, about 16 quart, 16 inches, 15 length, and I think 11 wide. Uh, just this is some people use probably a smaller sterilite because they like to put everything right front of their gecko. For me, as when I had my first geckos, I always had them in a bigger box, a tank, because I want them to walk around, feel a little bit more space for them to walk around, to feel comfortable where they are, not stuck in a small container. I mean, that's how I felt about having my geckos. So when I have my hatchlings, I don't have a rack system yet, so which I can't put them separate sterilites, but eventually I will. So what I do is I'll put two hide box. It could be containers or plastics or this stuff right here. It's really up to you. It doesn't matter as long as they're able to hide and be protected by whatever you're putting them to hide on. Because these are geckos, they're gonna be scared of you. They're gonna be scared of everything that's around them, especially when they just hatched. So I put a paper towel. I know it looks a little messy, but I don't change the paper towel with maybe a week or two later, because for me, I believe if you were to change their paper towel, you change all of this while they're still young, they might feel uncomfortable and unsafe, or they might feel like they're in a new environment and they might not eat. That's why I barely change papers. And when it comes to the poop, I usually grab a small tissue and probably like scrape and grab all of that and throw it out. This is a little Bionate, and you know why I don't put calcium in there? Just because whenever I give them their cricket, I already mix cricket with calcium powder, so they're already getting their calcium while they're eating the cricket that I'm feeding them. And Bionate is for a little extra calcium. So here is two of my normal but visual, maybe a visual tangerines, just because of the way they look. A bright yellow, sorry, the camera's shaky and whatever. See how their leg is a lot orange type, and they only have few spotted on their back. The head is turning a little orangey. If that's even if a word or not. And that's the sibling of this one right here. I'll eventually separate them as soon as I could get them a little bit more bigger than what they are right now. They don't hurt each other because I believe they're both female. I did breed them for female, and I feel like this. Sorry about that, my camera did die on me. So what I was saying is that breeding my high yellow with my tangerine, my two hatchlings are so bright. The yellow itself is such, how wonderful the color is. If you closely look at it, it is just such a bright yellow. And I think as soon as they start shedding more often, they're gonna turn orange. If you see the legs, they're so orangey, and the tail looks like it has some sort of carrot tail to it, but not a lot. But I feel like that orange is gonna cover the yellow, and it's gonna turn these two into a tangerine. So I keep a little ball of water right here. They don't usually need it, and in case if you don't want to keep cap a little water on their box, what I do is I kind of spray wherever they hide all the time. I would just spray it in that area, so the box, so they feel, so it's more moist and they feel more comfortable, and if they could drink water just like how this one is. And the unique part of this is how light their head is. Have you looked at this? Just look at the whiteness in their head. This baby is gonna look beautiful. They're gonna look way beautiful. Just the color and how his head is just so white. See how he's drinking, I mean, why am I saying he? These are temperature sex female, hopefully. And when they grow up, I'll select the best one out of two and breed it back to the father, and probably get 100% tangerine. And I want to keep 100% tangerine traits, and I don't want to mix it with anything else, just because I feel like now these days everybody wants to make a new morph, new way of creating other morph and stuff. I want to be the person to carry one genetic, and it will be 100% pure genetic. Nothing else is in there. And I believe I wanted to show you guys this. This is where I keep my Max Snows. But recently I hatched two more Leopard Gecko, and they're siblings to each other. It's just that I don't have a sterilizer right now, a box, a container. So this is the Max Snow that hatched way before everybody in here. If you haven't seen the hatchling video, check out my video list and you'll see of him hatching out. Look how beautiful he is. So this is the baby from Tangerine and Trimper Albino. I really thought all the babies would come out like this one or this one right here, but I was so surprised when I got a Max Snow. And his siblings, her sibling is this one right here, and this one has a little stripe or little something in the back. That's I've never seen a normal would carry something like this. Then today, actually tonight around 3 a.m. in the morning, I hatched out this one right here, and 4 or 5 hours later, this one hatched, another Max Snow. So I'm pretty sure my temporal vinyl is head for Max Snow. Maybe a 66% or 100%, I'm not sure. For this one's, eventually when I get another container, I'm gonna separate the other two, because I feel like carrying 4 babies in a small container like this, it's not gonna help them grow. This is how I take care of my hatchlings. They all, the Max Snow, the first Max Snow that I showed you, he eats. At first he did not. Let me tell you why. For some reason, I probably used a heat mat that's not very good for their health. I mean, it did give same heat as a flax what. Like what I'm saying is that the heat mat that I bought, and this little small heat mat that I bought, wasn't working. So that's probably why they didn't eat, because they didn't get the moisture and the heat humidity on the and they probably were like, I'm not gonna eat anything. So what I did was I separated the Max Snow and I put him with the other two, and apparently the temperature and the moisture and everything made him want to eat, and he started eating with them. So I realized, you know what, I need to buy another flex tape like this one right here. I separated him back to his container. He's eating well, and now he's shedding the moisture. You can see the moisture is really good in there. Hopefully I'll make another video for you guys and keep you guys on update. I know it's a long video just for me to actually introduce me into the YouTube world as taking care of my baby hatchlings and how I maintain their health, what do I feed them. When they first hatched out, I did show them mealworms, but all my geckos I ever had, even the ones that I never hatched, their parents, they all started eating cricket. But whenever I put mealworm right in front of them, they wouldn't eat it at all. They would not eat one single mealworms. So I'm very confused. The geckos that I'm getting, the geckos that I have, they like to eat cricket more than mealworms. So yeah, I don't know. So thanks for watching, guys. I'll keep you updated. Please watch my other videos, subscribe for more videos. Comment below if you like this little big video that I made and showing you guys what I do, how I take care of my hatchlings. And this is Nas, and deuces.